Welcome back. In season 1 of episode 4, we talked about why systems matter more than hustle. Today, we are going to do the most underrated step in business systems, that is documentation. And before your brain says paperwork, let me clarify what I mean. Not corporate manuals, not 40 pages of SOPs, not something you write once and never open again. Practical documentation, the kind that makes your business easier to run, the kind that saves you hours, the kind that prevents you from repeating yourself 10 times a week. Because here's the truth, if you can't explain how your business works, you can't improve it, and you definitely can't scale it. So, in this episode, I'm going to show you exactly how to document your process using three simple tools: checklists, templates, and scripts. So your work becomes repeatable even when you are tired. Let's talk about why documentation feels annoying. Documentation is invisible work. No one claps when you write a checklist. No one praises you for creating a template. It doesn't feel like progress because you are not doing the work. You are preparing the work. But you feel the benefits later because documentation gives you fewer repeated explanations, fewer mistakes, faster onboarding, less mental overload. And that's the real goal. Not beauty, not perfection, repeatability under pressure. Because if your business only runs smoothly when you feel fresh and motivated, then you don't have a system. You have a mood dependent business, and that's exhausting. Now, what should you document first? This is important. Don't document everything. That's how people get overwhelmed and quit. Instead, document what happens often, causes confusion, creates mistake, and drains your energy. For most small businesses, the first four areas are pretty universal. First, lead handling, how you respond when someone messages you. Second, the sales conversation, how you explain pricing, packages, and next steps. Third, onboarding, what happens after payment so customers feel guided and confident. Fourth, delivery steps, the process that helps you deliver consistently without missing things. If those four becomes clear, your business immediately feels lighter, not because you are working less, but because you are thinking less while working. Now, here's the good news. Most early documentation fails into three simple forms. You don't need fancy tools. You don't need special software. You don't need to build a system like a large company. Most of what you need is checklists, templates, and scripts. Let's break them down. A checklist is step by step tasks. It's perfect for delivery, onboarding, and quality control. A template is reusable text or documents. It's perfect for emails, messaging, proposal, invoices, and follow ups. A script is a repeatable language and structure. It's perfect for sales calls, objection handling, pricing conversation, anything where you tend to ramble or hesitate. These are the tools that reduce 80% of the chaos, and that's not an exaggeration. Let's start with the checklist. A good checklist should be short, clear, in order, and easy to follow when you are tired. Here's the standard I want you to use. Write your checklist like you are writing to a future version of yourself who has no patience. Not because you are lazy, because you are human. So use simple language like send welcome messages, confirm payment, collect requirements, set deadline, deliver draft, request feedback, close project and ask for referral. A checklist isn't for intelligence, it's for consistency. Even surgeons use checklists, even pilots use checklists, not because they don't know what to do, but because the cost of missing a step is too high. Your business is the same. Missing one step creates delays, confusion, and rework. So, checklist protects your time. Now let's talk about templates. Templates saves time, but more importantly, they reduce mistakes and emotional labor because think about how many times you rewrite the same message, how many times you explain pricing, how many times you type out onboarding instruction. That's not just time, it's a mental energy. The most powerful early templates are usually your first reply to an inquiry, your pricing explanation, a basic proposal format, payment confirmation, onboarding instruction, a follow up message, and a polite no message. And yes, make a no template because when you are stressed, declining politely becomes harder than it should be. Templates keep your tone consistent. They make you sound professional even on days when you are not on the mood to be nice. And the point of template is not to copy paste mindlessly. It is to give you a base so you adjust details instead of reinventing words. That's how businesses stay consistent. Now, the third tool, scripts. Some people hear scripts and think it means sounding robotic, but that's not what I mean. Scripts are not about memorizing lines, scripts are about having a reliable structure. Because if you don't have a structure, here's what happens: you ramble, you over explain, you forget key points, or you avoid the hard part like pricing until it gets awkward. A simple sales call script can be as basic as: first, talk about their situation. Second, identify the real problem. Third, confirm urgency. Why now? Fourth, explain your approach. Fifth, share the price. Six, clarify next steps. That's it. Without a script, you are reacting. With a script, you are leading. Scripts reduce anxiety because you know what comes next, and they improve conversation because the conversation becomes clear, not messy. Now, let me give you the easiest rule for documentation: the documentation after success rule. Here is what this means: don't sit down and try to invent perfect systems from scratch. Instead, capture what already works. When you deliver something successfully, document it immediately. Write down what you did, in what order, what tools you used, what messages you sent, what problems came up, and how you handled them. When you close a sale, document it. Write down what you said, what objections came up, what made them say yes. Documentation should be built from evidence, not imagination, because evidence based processes are realistic. They match the real world and they are easier to repeat. So let's warp this up. The documentation isn't boring paperwork, it's how you reduce mistakes, it's how you save hours, it's how you make your businesses feel calmer. And if you want a simple starter goal after this episode, here it is: create one checklist, one template, and one script this week. One, not 10, just one of each. Because once you start, the business feels lighter and faster. In the next episode, we'll talk about a system that changes everything: your intake system, how you handle leads and inquiries without chaos, without losing good customers, and without living in your inbox. Season 4 is about building a business that feels calm. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.